Bonjour mes amis, hi friends. My name is Cece and my pronouns are she and her. Welcome to another episode of Kokedama Live. And tonight's live stream is actually kind of impromptu. The notice was really short, and it's just because I decided to live stream kind of last minute. Originally, I wasn't going to live stream, and I decided yes because I have lots and lots of work to do. And so if you follow me on Instagram, I kind of put in my stories, and it's because I'm not going to be at the atelier tomorrow or the day after because I am part of a, I don't know, video production. I'm just an extra. But for a local, I don't know, one of the small-ish airlines, and so I'm not going to be here for 2 days, but I do have lots of Mother's Day orders to prepare, and so I need to get lots and lots of stuff done tonight, and so that I can kind of not worry about it tomorrow or the day after when I'm on set filming. And so tonight I'm just going to be making Orchid Kokedama, this one, and this one that's like kind of this peachy pink kind of a combo, and then also this violet colored one. These always turn out really pretty, and the Mother's Day collaboration that I did with Starfishly Clay turned out really good, and we had a bunch of people pre-order those, and so tonight I am filling the Kokedama part of those pre-orders. The ceramics are actually all done, and they're actually in the studio with me right now. Actually, I'm going to grab one and show it off because they are pretty neat. This is what they look like, and it's a special humidity tray that Starfishly Clay and Lynn at Starfishly Clay, and I designed, where the Kokedama sits on this little middle elevated platform, and you can fill this with water so that as the water evaporates, it raises the humidity locally. Oh, there's been so many emergency vehicles lately. So that as the water evaporates, it raises the local humidity, because when you're in a place that is as dry as Calgary is, it's like almost impossible to really keep the humidity up, especially in the wintertime when it gets really cold. The humidity it's just a super challenge to keep the humidity high enough for plants that like high humidity. And so we designed this guy to sort of combat that. And so the Mother's Day collab has this, and then one of my Orchid Kokedama, which we're going to be working on tonight, and then also a blue, like indigo table runner. And I'll just choke on my own saliva while I'm at it. Yeah, so I'm just gonna get right into it. I don't really have like a topic that I've picked to chat about today. And so just like with my other live streams, I'm just making Kokedama and hanging out with you and taking questions. And as always, you can ask me anything you want as long as we are keeping things classy. And so on Instagram, we have Akosi Anna, Agnes, and Nulek. Welcome to the live stream. I wish my eyes would allow me to see that far. And then we have 2 people on YouTube. The lighting's kind of weird tonight, and I don't know why, but that's okay. So as always, I got to process through some moss to get us set up, and I'm going to just work through one Kokedama at a time, I guess. Yeah. I was really encouraged by the last live stream episode. Ivano Bartega, welcome to the live stream, where I was talking about anxiety and medication for that and my journey there. And we had some pretty good discussion, which was really nice. It was really nice to have a conversation about that. Ooh, it's a little messy. I probably should have put on my apron, but I'll do that a little bit later. But yeah, feel free to ask me anything. Just throw it in the comments. If you're on Instagram, there's actually a question function that you can use to ask questions, and I think that will allow me to go in and like kind of review the questions, and they won't get lost in the chat. But you can ask me about anything you want. We can talk about plants, we can talk about business, we can talk about Kokedama, we can talk about dating, we can talk about men. Which is a little bit of a sore topic for me, but we can still talk about it as long as we're keeping things classy. I do have a whole bunch of really neat plants coming. And they should be coming on Thursday, but I'm not going to be here to receive them on Thursday. So I guess I won't do the unboxing for the plants. I got some really neat stuff coming. So, but I guess I'll do the unboxing on Friday. And it looks like my Instagram feed is just becoming all live streams. I don't know. It's just the way things have happened. But I have been having an interesting experience. So with the casting of for extras for this video that's being produced by this airline, we have to provide our own wardrobe. That way, the production company doesn't have to like try to figure out what fits and what doesn't. And I guess it saves on production budget for sure. And so we had to try a few things, and like take photos and send them to the production company, and then they kind of check over them, and then they got the airline people to check over them, and so while trying on outfits, I had this one outfit that I tried on and took a photo of, and it's kind of like this long blue, like long navy blue skirt that's sort of ankle length, and then I was just wearing like a white button-up blouse, and it was like, and then nude heels, and it's pretty, I don't know, it's like relatively conservative, and I kind of call it my I'm going on vacation with my husband outfit. And if you see it, you'll kind of know what I mean by that. And then as I was changing out of that particular outfit to put on a different outfit, to take a photo of to send, I kind of like, as I was taking off my button-up top, I like saw myself in the mirror, and I took a photo, like I took a selfie with my top, like kind of half on and half off, and that's been a really interesting experience, because all day I've been looking at that photo all day. It's like, it's not a particularly photo, even though, you know, my top is partly uncovered, like I'm still covered, like nothing is showing. But it's something that, like, when I look at it, it feels very much like me. And so if I haven't decided if I want to like show off that picture to the internet yet or not, but if I describe it, you know, it's this, the feeling of the photo is warm and gentle and romantic and like not outright sexual. It is sensual though. And the thing, and so I've been kind of working through my feelings around it, because I look at this photo and I love it. I love the way that I look in it. I love the feeling that the photo gives. And but at the same time, I've been struggling with like internalized purity culture. Also, Asian sort of social stigma around anything even remotely sort of sensual or sexual. Like that's just, I don't know, it's like a thing that we're told to keep I don't know, like secret, but I feel like that's part of our beings, or it can be part of our beings, except for like maybe if you are asexual or aromantic, and so I've been like kind of going back and forth and trying to figure out my feelings around it, and I think where I'm landing is that photo is very much representative of my person. And I've never really stopped and thought of myself as a sensual person. But when I saw that photo of myself, it felt really right. Christy White and Tanya Dalton, welcome to the live stream. No, I think I missed you. And the one more person who joined on YouTube, welcome to the live stream. I am just talking about this photo that I took, and that turned out really warm and gentle and romantic, and sensual, and Pine for Cedar, Tiger Stead, Flea, welcome to the live stream. And yeah, this photo is just got me thinking, and I really, really see myself in the photo, like kind of the essence of myself. And it's like, even though like day to day, you know, like I walk around covered, and like not topless, I kind of feel like that's the energy that I channel. Like, I think that that's the person that people see, not as overtly sensual as in that photo where my top is mostly off. But I think that that's the person that I am. Like, when I go out and I'm walking the street, and maybe we meet and have a conversation, or if you come to the store, I think that's me. I think I'm that gentle, warm, romantic feeling person that has maybe a sensual undertone in my day-to-day life, rather than this overt sensualness. But that photo really kind of made me think about it. And I'm not entirely sure where I'm landing, but I just really love that. I really love that photo. And I think this is ending up being an important part of my journey. Of course, gotta have my snack for the long night ahead. Oh, actually, there was something I wanted to try. I got new incense from Tiger Stead, from Strawberry Boots at Tiger Stead. Saren, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, I got new incense, and I haven't tried it yet, but at the same time, I don't know where my matches are, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to light it. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I do know where my matches are. There's only a few left. Okay, I'm going to finish going through this moss, and then I'm going to light one of these new incense sticks, and see how it is. It is a Japanese green tea incense, and the last one that I got was a cherry blossom one, and that one was really, really good. I really enjoy it, and I usually light them more like a part of a stick before I, like, as I'm getting ready for bed, and then when piece in the morning when I'm doing my journaling and affirmations. And so I kind of wanted to share the first lighting of the incense, and we'll see how it goes. And this set's really neat. Natty, welcome to the live stream. I'm going to be right back. It's just over here. Okay. So this is the incense, and I got it at Strawberry Boots. So strawberryboots.com. I hope it's actually strawberryboots.com. But Strawberry Boots is just next door to my store, and Michiko carries a lot of like really cute Japanese lifestyle goods. And so this set comes with like this little wooden box that has this cardboard sleeve, and it comes with this little stand, and it's got a hole in it. That's where that fits. But I need something fireproof to light this on. Let's use this. Okay. And so I'm gonna, not everybody can see that very clearly. Oh, it's still wet. I don't understand what's wrong with me. I can't wipe it dry. My paper corner, welcome to the live stream, and people in the garden, welcome to the live stream. I just started doing some moss, but I'm gonna light one of my new incense sticks because I'm just excited to try it. And I might not light a whole thing. Maybe we'll just do half, because it might smell very strongly, and I am very sensitive to smells. So this is, it's like in the holder. And if you've never used this type of incense stick before, you just light it and then blow it out. And this one doesn't have like a stick in the core, so it burns all to ashes. Alela11, welcome to the live stream. Okay, let's see if I can light this match without breaking it. Ooh. And I'm just gonna put it in front here. And the camera probably doesn't pick up the smoke. But I was hoping for something that was gonna be like nice and fresh and like like sort of foresty, a little bit woodsy. I had to grab my so it's really nice. It actually reminds me a lot of the Chinese, like Buddhist incense. Oh, I know why it's so dark. I forgot to turn on my lights. Where are There, I think that's a little better. But there's a really kind of sweet hint to this particular blend of incense. But it very much reminds me of the sort of the Buddhist, like yellow incense, but it's still kind of nice. It's like not super sweet and floral like unlike the cherry blossom one that I had previously. Okay. The incense does seem to burn pretty quickly, but I think a full stick is supposed to take like 30 minutes to burn. I think that's what it said in the little sheet that it came with. And then they have like a cone version that burns in like 11 minutes or something. It's like a very specific time that they list on there. And I'm looking for my other glove. And so I did half a stick, so that, I don't know, that should be like a 15-minute burn time, but we'll see. So I'm gonna start with this one. There was only one of these that was like white with like sort of violet centers. And so this one has like the bark chips in it. So I have to take that out, and then we're gonna use this, the long sphagnum moss to form the ball, and then, and then wrap that with the green moss that I just processed. And Stefani, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so these pots have a pot inside, and I always gotta use pliers to pull it out. Deseep, welcome to the live stream. Okay, so just getting rid of this media, and then also taking a look at the roots to see if there's any ones that are like dying that we want to get rid of, or that are like overly bruised that need to be removed. There's a little bit here, but not too bad. It's actually pretty good. And this is, I'm really liking this, like on this stalk and on this flower spike, there's a little leaf here sticking out the side. And I don't think I've seen that before. I wonder if it's going to grow up up. Either way, pretty fun. I like it. And then I'm going to be using my green polyester thread to bind everything together. Zeep asks, what kind of music keeps me focused? Or do I listen to music while I work? Yeah, I listen to all different sorts of music, actually. Sometimes I feel the need for like classical music. I learned classical piano when I was a kid, and so classical music has always been like sort of part of my childhood, and so I really do enjoy classical music and like orchestral stuff and piano. Sometimes I just listen to my nature sounds, like we have on right now. Actually, I have them on all the time, whether or not the music is on. What else do I listen to? I listen to, sometimes I'll listen to pop, and like, usually when I listen to pop, it's like sad songs. Like if I'm feeling down, thanks for the hearts. Stephanie YYC and Trixus22. Trixus has joined to grace us with her guns. But like when I listen to pop music, it's usually sad pop music. And so it's like usually when I'm like not feeling great. And I tend to listen to music that fits my mood. I know some people listen to music to like change their mood, to like set the mood that they want to be. But if I'm sad, I'll listen to like sad songs to like make me more sad. I like, thanks for the hearts again. I fully have pity parties. Like if I'm feeling bad, I just want to feel that. And if I'm feeling good, then I just want to feel that. The other thing that I really like to listen to, actually, that really kind of, for me, it like drowns out the noise of like everything, is like trance music. And so I think my favorite like trance, like producer might be Chicane. But I really love listening to Armin van Buuren's radio show, A State of Trance. I don't know, trance music just has a way of like transporting me to like a little bit of a different place. And I've never been a raver. I've never been a partier, because like I hate crowds. Like, and for me, a crowd is like anything 6 people or more. Like that to me, that's a crowd. And so like you will never find me at a rave or like or anything like that, or like a live that type of live show. It's just, it's like way too much for me. And so like a lot of times people are really surprised when I say that I like to listen to trance music. And it's like, and I like to listen to all sorts of trance music too, like vocal trance and like the fast stuff and the aggressive stuff and like the more melodic trance. I don't know, yeah. Those are the things that I listen to. And sometimes I listen to like nostalgic, like old Chinese songs that my parents used to listen to, and I don't know, it's just a thing. So this is what the moss that I use for the inside of the ball looks like. It just comes in like a prepackaged kind of rectangle shape, and I have to rehydrate it to use it. And it soaks up lots and lots of water. Thanks for the hearts, everyone. Raimundo, welcome to the live stream, and Velde Dende, welcome to the live stream. And 3 people on YouTube, and I just realized that I forgot to plug in my computer. Hang on, friends. There we go. Now that my computer isn't going to die, my YouTube stream won't prematurely fade away. Thanks for joining, everybody on YouTube. I have been thinking about doing some new YouTube stuff. Amy, welcome to the live stream. I've been thinking about making Kokedama ASMR. Do you think that that's something that people would be into? Would that be something that you would be into? So in a Kokedama ASMR, I think I would just not talk, maybe a little bit at the beginning, just to describe the plant that I'm working with, and then I would just make one Kokedama and like not talk anymore, maybe until the end. Because I've had some people say that sometimes they feel like these live streams are ASMR, but if I really did ASMR, I think I would get a stereo microphone, and so we have one comment that Kokedama ASMR would be so cool. I think it would be fun. But I've had people say that, you know, this experience sometimes is like ASMR, like when I'm working with the moss and cutting it, and especially the part where when I'm just winding the thread to bind everything together, with the thread rolling and pulling. And that's, some people really enjoy that, and so I was thinking of creating a more a fuller sort of auditory experience of that, and like really sort of producing it so that it's like a better sort of a better quality, something that would sound really good and feel really good with headphones on. But it sounds like we have one vote for it. Kekas Kokedamas, welcome to the live stream. So you'll notice that I removed the two sticks that were supporting the flower stalks, and just one that the sticks weren't going to stay while we took out all the old media, and then also they get in the way when I go to put on the green moss on the outside of the ball here. So I take it off, and then once the ball is done, sometimes I use one to help support things while I'm doing the green moss, depending on how heavy the flower spikes are. And then I'll put them back after the Kokedama is done. And I find that orchids do very well as Kokedama. Okay, I'm going to set this down so I can pour off some of this water. Oh, I'm dripping water everywhere. And I think I'm going to start hydrating some of this moss for the next Kokedama. My normal supplier ran out of the large bags of this moss, and so I had to buy a couple of smaller ones, and I think I have just enough. If we got any more pre-orders, I might run out. It's like balloons. Okay, I'll just let that sit for a bit. Maybe add a little bit of water on top. But I am quite excited for this, for the chance to be part of this video production tomorrow and the day after. And it's going to be an early day, though. We have to be at the location sort of like really early. And so that means, you know, I think the sun will be up at that time, but it's early. The sun will definitely not be up when I get up to get my makeup done and to get dressed and stuff. It does take me a while to get ready. Oh, and the our incense stick has finished burning. And it's not quite what I thought it would be. It's nice, but it didn't, I don't know, it didn't really evoke green tea for me. And like before it was lit, it did have a green tea smell to it. And so I think burning it, I'm just not able to pick out the green tea scent anymore. Yeah. So my hope is to get 3 Kokedama done tonight. And so that on Friday, I only have 2 to make. And then we'll be ready for our weekend Mother's Day collab pickups. And I'm really excited about our mothers getting these Lauren Rose, welcome to the live stream on Instagram. Okay, and this one is definitely going to need those support sticks because the blooms are leaning way off to the side and there's no way that's going to stand on its own unless we correct their posture. So we want to get short one. Does anybody have plans for Mother's Day? That's this weekend. Okay, there is our first one done for tonight. And I'll just show you how this goes together. So this just sits in there. And then we fill this with water so that the water isn't touching the ball. So it's not just like soaking all the time. And then as it evaporates, then that's going to provide that humidity. Isn't that pretty? It's hard to show YouTube because the camera doesn't pick up enough. But I'll just show you the blooms on this one again. Like, they're really quite pretty. Yeah. My paper corner said, such a cool way to have display the orchid. And Alela 11 says beautiful, and Verde Dende. It's clipping. Thank you. And so that's the collaboration that I worked on with Lynn from Starfishly Clay. So if you want to check out her work, which is really quite beautiful, it's Starfishly, so Starfish LY .clay on Instagram. It's well worth checking out. Oh, Verde Dente is from Brazil. Hello, Brazil. Let's see. Gonna do some more moss and then work on this big, beautiful orchid. And it's just like fantastic. It's like pink and peach color. It's quite nice, and it's like lighter down here and darker at the end. Very beautiful. That one is from a little bit of a different source, and that's why the pot is different. Louisa, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, super, super gorgeous, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know why I went through a phase where I didn't want to work with orchids. And I think it was because I hadn't fully developed my techniques for making orchid Kokedama, and so it felt really onerous and really difficult. And I think over the years, experimenting and trying different things have I finally landing in a place where I can make them with confidence and having enough experience to feel like I know what I'm doing, so that it's not a struggle every time that I go to make a Kokedama. And there's some plants that are just a struggle all the time. Somebody just joined on Instagram. Sumi852, welcome to the live stream. Ooh, somebody's honking outside, excited. if I do Kokedama ASMR, I don't know how I'm going to isolate my space from the outside noises. The street here can be quite busy, especially in the evening. Ooh. Who else has joined? Kokedama Party, welcome to the live stream. And Parmi Doyle. Doyle. Oh, I'm so sorry. I need better eyes. Parmida, maybe? Oh, there's a grumbly Subaru outside. I know that engine sound anywhere. But at the same time, it's like a bit too grumbly. I think we just need a tiny little bit more moss. Just to make sure we don't run out for a bit. Sorry, there's people who are shouting outside, and I don't handle shouting very well. My body reacts very poorly to people raising their voices, and it can sometimes send me into a panic. And but if I catch it soon enough, then usually I can calm down. Um, 91 Queena, welcome to the live stream. Welcome. So this is our green moss. Oops. Take a mess. Thanks, Allie. I can always count on Allie for support. I keep joking with Allie that that she needs to become my bodyguard, and because she has she's pretty strong, and she's not particularly tall, but I'm pretty sure she could break a man in half. And when I'm like famous and making lots of money, I'm definitely hiring Allie to be my head of security if she's up for it still then. Aracelis Vilaba, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for the hearts. I wish I could see who was sending hearts, but thank you. Okay, bees are ready to go. So this orchid is planted in this kind of moss. And it's very rooty. I just gotta push it through from the bottom. There we go. But it's not entirely that type of moss. It's a bit of a mix here. There's some like wood chips and I don't know. It's a mix. They kind of repotted it with some other stuff. But I'm not really liking it. It's actually in pretty good condition. But I got to get rid of some of the roots. I'm just not doing particularly well. So I'm going to get rid of them. And this one actually has a leftover flower spike right here. So it's bloomed once before already. At least once. And these ones are very, very top heavy. And so I am going to need to put that support back in. Otherwise it just falls over. It's stuck in here. Just be really gentle because I don't want to lose any of the flowers. But here, you see how floppy it is because it's so heavy with the flowers. Like, look how much that curves over. So I'm gonna get the moss on here and then put the support back in. But this is one way that you can work with really tall plants that you don't want the plant to swing around. You can use instead of working vertically where it can flop around, you can work with it sideways, supported by your arm. And that's sort of something that, I don't know, it's just something that I do. Babu Paper and Nane, welcome to the live stream. There's so many people that I haven't seen in so long. But it's just the reality of where we're at, and the province that we're in is doing very poorly at containing this virus. It's very ridiculous. And it's a bit of a scary place to live right now. But it's where we're at, and we're doing some of us are doing our best. Zospis, welcome to the live stream. I know I say this every time, but I wish I could say hi to people on YouTube as well. But I guess I don't know. YouTube has different, what do you call it? Privacy stuff, I guess. Stay supported. This one's quite big. The ball is quite big. It's very, it does have a lot more roots than the other one. Okay, I think I'm going to put one of the supports back in so that I don't have to worry so much about this getting damaged. And just get this in here. damaging the roots that are here. That'll be great. There, got it. You just kind of have to sneak it in. Let me take off my glove. It's easier to work. I'm such a good plant mom. I guess so. I try to be. Maybe a little bit lower down. There. Much better. And then we can finish this. You can see how much more stable it is now with the support. Okay, let's just make sure we got a good shape and that it's going to sit for us. Good. Ellen Durchang, welcome to the live stream. I'm working on orchids today, all orchids, all night. And this is my second one. This is my second one. And we started at just a little past 6:30 because I was forgetful and I left my computer charger at home, so I had to run home to get it and come back. Okay, I think we are ready for creamy moss. Angelina, welcome to the live stream. So if I get through 3 tonight, I will be in a very good position to have all my orders done so that we don't have any disappointed moms on Mother's Day. And I really, of course, I don't want to disappoint any moms. And I kind of want to talk about Mother's Day. But I think I'm going to talk about Mother's Day after Mother's Day. So in a week from now, we'll talk about Mother's Day. Because Mother's Day is a very sort of mixed a mixed day for me, because my kids didn't always consider me their mom. So that's been a very interesting journey for all of us. So once again, I'm using my green polyester thread because green camouflages with the moss. I know that some people like to use fishing line because it's like transparent, but I find that most fishing line is shiny, which makes it really stick out when you use it to bind the moss on there. Because fishing line is sort of designed to disappear, like be invisible when it's underwater. And so a lot of times it's just, I don't know if it's shiny when it's not underwater. And that's not a look that I enjoy for my Kokedama. I like them looking sort of as natural as possible. And that just happens to be a style that I like. And I know some people like to use colored twine, and that's fine. It's just a different style. Cool. Okay, I am struggling a little bit to remain focused right now. And not quite making mistakes, but being a little bit fumbly. Working on things that, like in spots that I normally wouldn't be fumbling. I'm just gonna slow things down and try to stay. I'll probably be talking a little bit less, but I'm trying to stay present in the moment of this making. I was just looking underneath to make sure that I haven't missed any spots. La Chica Verde, hello, how are you? Thanks for joining the live stream. I'm pretty sure eventually this leaf is going to fall off. We'll reshape this a bit to make sure that it sits properly. It's not going to be a really big deal since it's going to be sitting in one of the custom humidity trays, but it's going to be nice for it to be able to sit properly when it's being watered and things like that. And this one does need to be watered. The moss is a little bit drier than the first one. There. There we go. This is the second one. So it's got a little bit of a, I'm really liking the way that the leaves kind of come off to the side and where the spike is going this way. To me, that's it's quite nice in its asymmetry. And I think I'm gonna, oh, that doesn't work. I was gonna say I'm gonna plop it in there to water, but it looks like it's not gonna, I'm gonna have to water it later. And so we'll just pop this one to the side. Alella says that they want it all. My problem is that when I want it all, I can have it all, which is really dangerous. And I can justify it because I have a store, which is really dangerous. Alchemy YYC, welcome to the live stream. My paper corner says, amazingly nice. Definitely consider getting one. Yeah. Sorry, my brain just stopped working there for a second. And this is going to be potentially the last one, but it's this beautiful violet colored one, and then just in the like on the insides of the flowers there, it's like lighter colored and then spotted. But once again, we will process some more moss because this is not going to be enough. And I'm going to reward myself with a different drink. Okay, one more sip. This is a London Fog made with, what's it called? What's London Fog made with? It's an Earl Grey tea blend that's been powdered, and then the tea is decaf tea because little caffeine left. And it was special made by Sargessa Tea, that's also based in Calgary. And I really, really, really enjoy this particular tea, and so I make it, it's powdered, so I just put 1 gram of the powdered tea with 100 grams of hot water, and then like 200 grams of, I've been using oat milk because I really enjoy oat milk. But you can use normal milk or almond milk. I just like the oat milk because it's pretty smooth and it doesn't, I don't know, it doesn't have the nut flavor. I tried almond milk once for it, and I found that the almond covered over the tea flavors a bit more. And so I really like it with hot oat milk in there. And so it's like creamy. Oh, I add a little bit of sugar as well. So it's like creamy and warm and comforting. And I've been taking that with me to work every day. And it's great because it's decaf and I can have it in the evening as well. Yes, Earl Grey, that is right. And it brings me a lot of comfort. I don't know why the Earl Grey with milk and a bit of sugar is like, that's the thing for me. But it's really nice to have those things that that you can kind of count on to give you comfort. Sometimes we just need something to help us come back to ourselves. Baruma, welcome to the live stream, and on YouTube, welcome to the live stream. I have been waiting for a very special package today, and the tracking, the package tracking system said that I was out for delivery. And then at 4, it said it was rescheduled for delivery next business day. And this is the second time it's been rescheduled. And what I'm waiting to be delivered to me is a toy. And, you know, you might look at me and you'd be like, okay, you're like 40 something and you are waiting for a toy to come in the mail. Man John and Erica J Chow, welcome to the live stream. Yes, I am 40 something and I am waiting for a toy to come in the mail. But it's like it has like emotional significance. And so what it is it's a Beanie Baby. No, it's a Beanie Buddy. So I don't know if anybody up there remembers Beanie Babies and Beanie Buddies. Beanie Babies were like little, and Beanie Buddies were the bigger ones. And when like into facts about turtles, but I was into collecting turtle things, and so I collected lots of like turtle figures and little sculptures that are made out of stone or like crystal or carved out of wood. And in university, so I would have been like 18, 19, 20. I used to carry around this Beanie Buddy called Speedy, and Speedy was a turtle. And so it's about like kind of like this big and green and fuzzy, and the shell was like this brown green like patterned, and I carried that stuffy turtle like a plush toy in my backpack all through university. And it was something that somehow gave me a lot of comfort. And like university was a really confusing time for me. Sort of in my I struggled a lot with my gender when I was in university, and this turtle just, I don't know, somehow gave me comfort knowing that it was in my backpack and that it was always with me. And now Fit to Fly, welcome to the live stream. And like now that I say it, it really makes me sound like a little kid, like when I was in university, and like fully an adult basically, but this little stuffed toy that I carried with me in my backpack, and like I didn't take it out all the time, but just knowing that it was there was comforting. And like all my friends knew it was there, all my girlfriends and guy friends, and one time they actually stole it out of my bag. Like I think I went to the washroom or something and then came back, and they stole it out of my backpack and replaced it with a soup can that had a label on it that they had made that said turtle soup. And I was like I knew that it was a joke and that they didn't really do that. Like they didn't do it to hurt me, or and it's not like they weren't gonna give my turtle back, but I don't know. I was like pretty emotional about it, and oh, a worm. And they gave it back. But I've been thinking about that turtle a lot, and so I had actually called my mom to see if it was still at her place. Zena, kisses and hugs. Zena, welcome to the live stream. And I asked my mom, and she said that, you know, that it wasn't still there because, like, when I got married, I didn't, I kind of didn't take it with me, and then it was gone, and I think that I've been going through a lot of stuff lately, and wanted that kind of comfort again, and so I went online, and I was like, I wonder if it's still possible to get it, and it turns out that that particular toy was not. It's not a collector's item, and so it's relatively easy to find, and it's relatively inexpensive. And I did find a place in Canada that had a few of them. And initially, I got the Beanie Baby version, and that's the little one. And then there's a tiny one, but the one that I wanted really was the Beanie Buddy one, which was the bigger one. Meow, meow, meow. Welcome to the live stream. I love your handle so much. It's so good. And so I ordered this Beanie Buddy, this little stuffed toy. And I was really hoping to have it tonight. You know, when this morning when it said, "Oh, it's up for delivery," I was like, "Oh, when I get home, it's gonna be delivered." But it never made it, and so hopefully it'll come tomorrow. And I don't know. I know that it sounds like really sort of childish that that I spent all this money on. So it was like $25, and then shipping was like $25, and so I think originally they were probably like $35. And so this is not like super expensive, but at the same time, it wasn't like cheap either. But I was just really craving that type of comfort, where even in a time where I was like so confused and really struggling, and not understanding my gender, and how I could live my life authentically, that I had so much comfort from this toy. And I think when I got married, my spouse was kind of became that for me, where I could depend on them for that support. And I mean, we're no longer together, we're not lovers anymore, but we're still friends. But though there's, you know, different boundaries there now, and I can't kind of lean on them in that way, and so I thought maybe if I got a new turtle toy, that I might feel a little bit better. My paper corner says $50 well spent for self-care, and Crazy Pegs 55, welcome to the live stream. I think so. That's how I'm thinking of it. And I sometimes have, sometimes my anxiety spikes, especially at work, because my store is at the back of a cafe, and so it can get really noisy and really, really high energy, and people will start raising their voices, and that's a really big trigger for me. And so and like a lot of times that's not quite enough, and I'm hoping that I'm kind of hoping that my new to me turtle is going to help me help me come down from those types of anxiety episodes. And I know it's probably gonna look hilarious, this middle-aged woman sitting in her car cuddling a stuffy turtle. But I don't know, I'm at the point of sort of I'm willing to try anything, and I think it's meaningful. Oh, almost stuck in there real good. Yeah, so I'm really hoping that the turtle is going to come tomorrow. I actually really wanted to take it on set with me for when we were waiting around and just waiting for things to get set up and things like that, so that I could. I am worried a little bit about the busyness that that might be on set, and we're gonna be in a place where there's airplanes and stuff, and it might be a bit noisy, and since it's noisy, there may be shouting and things, and so to have that comfort would be really nice. But I am going to be bringing earplugs, and I don't know. I'm gonna have to think of something to bring for that type of comfort. Okay, so the roots on this guy are not super great. There's some that are sort of rotted to the point of almost falling off and stuff. So I'm gonna trim those away. So that's that happens with overwatering, and that can happen quite easily in these types of pots, right? Because there's no drainage, there's nothing. There are special orchid pots that have holes in the sides, and those are way better. Kelly, welcome to the live stream. This might be Kelly, welcome to the live stream. And Meow 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 says, you do you. If that brings you comfort, so be it. You've already done more than most people could do, such as talking about it and sharing your journey. Oh, thanks. Yes, I'm very much at the point of I just need to do what I need to do, and I kind of hope that sharing that sharing my journey of it will help other people to feel like they can also just do what they feel like they need to do, because I think in the end we are kind of the experts of ourselves, when we take time to examine ourselves and really look at like how we feel, and like nobody gets to tell us like what we feel. And so I do agree. I think we do need to just try to understand ourselves and understand what we need for ourselves, rather than simply, I don't know, blindly following what somebody else might say. But things that somebody says, if it resonates with you, then that can be a beautiful thing too. But yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna find a way to to have items of comfort for the shoot tomorrow, and we'll see how we do. Maybe I can report back next week. So this one is quite, the blooms are like the flower spikes are quite quite stiff, which is really nice. So we're just standing without need for extra supports. Stunt Turtle. Oh, it's been a million years, Stunt Turtle. Welcome to the live stream. Koke Head Company, welcome to the live stream. And Louise Lobo, welcome to the live stream. Thanks for joining. I am just working on Orchid Kokedama for our Mother's Day collaboration set that I did with Starfishly Clay. Woo. Of all the orchids that I've done today, this is probably the easiest one that I've done so far. Well, thanks for the hearts. Calgary Truck Artist, welcome to the live stream. If you have not checked out Calgary Truck Artist's Instagram, check it out. She does a lot of like mural work, and yeah, I guess you could call it mural work, but she does like lettering and like sign type stuff, and we are actually working together on a special little project that I kind of don't want to give away yet, but I think it's going to be pretty neat when we get it done. And she is sort of this really rad motorcycle lady, and just like super cool. And our energies like really, I feel like our energies like really resonate nicely. But yeah, anyways, check out her Instagram. She's always working on interesting projects. And I don't know why I'm like stumbling over my words right now. Calgary Chaga says Orchid looking good. And then Mandy Kane, welcome to the live stream. Okay, I think I need to hydrate a little bit more moss. The ball is a little bit, I could probably get away with it, but I think it's gonna probably fall over easily. And we don't really want that. And we do want it to hold a little bit more water. Okay. I think for sure this is gonna be the last Kokedama I make tonight. Because I have to get up really, really early tomorrow to do this video shoot thing. And it's like, I'm gonna get there really, really early and then we're gonna sit around probably. There's probably gonna be like an orientation and then we'll probably sit around for a couple hours. I have been an extra before in like a Hollywood type movie. If anybody's seen Shanghai Noon, I was in that, and that was pretty fun. Like that was a long time ago, like 20 years ago, when I was in university. And I did not bring my turtle with me to the filming of Shanghai Noon. Oh, thanks for the hearts. But yeah, being a movie extra or some kind of video production extra seems to be the common story. Is like get all set up and then hurry up and wait. So it's just kind of one of those things. But it's exciting. It's not modeling in the way that I'm kind of trying to do, but it's still work, and it's still representation. And I'm right now, I'm just like, we need more Asian trans representation and like good positive representation. And so whatever I can get, I think I'm just at this point where it's like, if I can do it, I'm gonna take it, even if it's small. Woo. Okay, that feels pretty good. also need to sew a mask to it for this video production because they want us to have black pleated masks, and my mask is like red with pink polka dots, like little like point dots, and we can't do red because that's the competing airlines colors. So I have to I hope my supplies are all where they are supposed to be, because otherwise I'll be in trouble. Okay, moss time. Chaz Kaloto, welcome to the live stream. Oh, sorry, that wasn't even on camera. Oh, thanks for the hearts. So right now for us, it is 8:40 p.m. So I don't know, it might take me an hour to sew the mask. I've never done a pleated one before, and so we shall see. Okay, so still using my dark olive green polyester thread. Just do the outside green moss for this orchid Kokedama. Oh. So after this one is done, I will have 5 of them done, 5 orders ready to pick up, and that's going to be a really healthy lead on my orders, and I'll be able to finish the rest on Friday. And one of these is getting picked up tomorrow, where the coffee shop will help me out a little bit for the pickup since I'm not here. So Chaz says that they missed the beginning, but is there a different way to treat the roots of the orchid? Yeah, so with the orchid, I don't use regular soil. I use this type of, like, it's known as orchid moss or long fiber sphagnum moss. and it's a dried moss, and sometimes you'll see it used in orchid potting mixtures. And so I use that for the inside, and then green live moss for the outside. Ruth Alexander Holmes, welcome to the live stream. Says that new moss you got in is a really lovely shade of green and texture. It is really nice. And I'm down to 3 bags, but I have more coming on Thursday, and hopefully it will be just as nice. Usually the spring moss is the nicest moss and the easiest to work with. Ashimak, welcome to the live stream. Ruth Alexander Holmes says, is that string I'm using to wrap? It is not really string, it is thread. So it's I don't know if you can see it, but it's really thin, it's sewing thread. And it's green and polyester. So it's green so that it's camouflage, so it's hidden in the color of the moss. And it's polyester because polyester does not break down very quickly. And it's UV resistant because, we're gonna, a lot of times we're just gonna have our plants in the sun. Even if it's indirect, and so UV resistance is important, and sort of like water and bacteria resistance is important as well. And so that's why I use polyester, and it's also strong, and it's also cheap and easy to get. Thanks for the question. And so you'll see that it's relatively hard to see the thread. You kind of have to really be looking for it. And so I love that particular style. And you can see it just wants to tip over. So we're gonna have to put in the support. The support for these for the flower spikes. And then after I finish this one, I will show off all 3. Sorry. Okay. I think this needs to be a bit further out so that we can pull this back over so that it's more centered. So that the center of gravity is more in the middle, so it doesn't tip over as easily. And we will do the same with this one. So I'll put this over here. Okay. And I don't know, it's pushing up on the leaf. Maybe this is better. There. Sir Pearl Gray, welcome to the live stream. Seating 582, welcome to the live stream. There we go. Okay, let me get some things out of the way. Thanks for the hearts. Let me get some things out of the way and show you what I've done. The Bolt 90, welcome to the live stream. Sometimes I think, like I imagine that my gloves have holes in them, and then I check and they don't. It's very strange. Chaz says, gorgeous and elegant Kokedama. Thank you very much. Okay. I need to move things out of the way. There's too many things. But I also need to not make things fall over. It's funny because I like really struggle with mess. But my job has messy all the time. Ruth asks, how often do you water, or do you just miss them? I actually soak them at least once a week. Here it's very, very dry, and I will soak like every 4 days. And they can handle it because the moss is very porous and we get lots of evaporation through the outside of the moss. And so I soak to water kind of quite often. Yeah. Okay, so the first one that we did was this one, the white with the pink violet in the center, and I showed you how that fit on the Starfishly Clay collaboration humidity tray. And then I worked on this really striking peachy violet Kokedama, Orchid Kokedama. My words are starting to fail me. And then finally this violet. I should sit so that YouTube can see my face. And then finally this violet one that we just finished just now, which was the easier of the three, I think, to make. Crazy Peg says, so beautiful. Petrichor Moss, welcome to the live stream. It's just the very end. Thanks everybody so much for all the hearts. And I wish I had the energy to do one more since there's so many people on. But it's kind of been 2 hours and I need to get home to make that mask and prepare everything for tomorrow. And we'll probably see you next week, unless you're coming to pick up one of these. And in that case, I'll probably see you on the weekend in the store. So until next time, au revoir. Good night. Bye, YouTube.